a night for celebration in North Toronto recently as former Leaf Wendel Clark opened up Wendel Clark's Classic Grill and Sports Lounge. And as much as the night was a celebration for this Toronto icon, the occasion also marked a trip down memory lane for some of the game's biggest stars, including the pride of Prince Albert, Johnny Bower.
We didn't have any pucks at that particular time, so, we followed horses down the road, and you know what the horse usually does after that, and we played with them for a long time, and I got hit in the face a couple of times. That's pretty hard, those things, When I first came here, I wasn't too sure whether I liked it or not, to settle down, but after a while you get used to it. Coming from Prince Albert, where it was only about 30,000, 35,000, it made quite a difference. But we had one thing I like this along here, like in Prince Albert, you could play hockey on the road, on the ponds, on the river, behind schools, and there's so much ice time, and I think that's why a lot of the good hockey players come out west more so than the east.
A great player from the east, Mark Napier, was also on hand, and we had to ask this two-time Stanley Cup champ what it was like winning it all with the Oilers in the 80s.
It was pretty tough because my back used to get sore carrying Wayne Gretzky around. He wasn't that good a hockey player, really. It just I made him look good. So, no, it was pretty special. It was. I remember when I first got there, they put me on a line with Mark Messier and Glenn Anderson, and it was. I used to think I was pretty quick, and I found out I wasn't as fast as I thought I was. But the outside of how much talent these guys had, they were all great people. And it was really one real big family there, and they, the 2.5 years there was probably the most fun I've ever had in hockey.
Aside from sharing some of their favorite memories of the game, we had to ask what they thought of number 17 himself.
This gentleman, Wendel's done very well with his second career, and it's a real attribute. He's just a great person, and to see all the people out here supporting him, I'm sure some of them would have come for the free beer, but most of them come just to support Wendel because he's such a great person.
He's a great guy, great human being, big supporter of the alumni. When he's available to do things, you call him up. He makes himself available, even if he doesn't want to do it. He'll make himself available. He's been a great ambassador for the Leafs, as the other captains like Dougie and Sid.
I think Wendel is still working with the Toronto Maple Leafs, obviously, but he's one of the icons of the Maple Leafs history that we're always going to remember, and helped me a lot when I played with him with the Toronto Maple Leafs, and helped me become a leader, and he's one of those guys that you always remember, and he's as good of a guy off the ice as he was on the ice, as important, so he's a great man.
What's it like working with Wendel Clark?
He eats a lot, I can tell you that. Every time I make something, I turn around, he's eating it.
That's a good sign.
Yeah, it's a very good sign. Yeah, he comes in a lot to eat, and he's my best critic.
Wendel's palate and passion for food has paid off in a mouth-watering menu that includes things like tantalizing ribs, an out-of-this-world Caesar salad, and a burger that can satisfy even the biggest of bites.
My favorite's probably the burger and the Blue Marlin, which is really, really good.
For Wendel, proud owner of Wendel Clark's Classic Grill and Sports Lounge, this off-ice adventure has been a long time in the making.
It's been 7 years since I retired, so it's getting into a little bit of the restaurant bar business, I guess, but it's still basically just trying to be me.
Mike Pellick not only shared his thoughts on Wendel, but about a player's transition into life after the National Hockey League.
I think when you play for a long time and you're used to getting up in the morning, having a schedule all preset for you, usually set 2-3 weeks at a time, and then all of a sudden you finish hockey, you don't have any direction anymore, you have to self-direct, and I think to have sort of that union between the alumni and current players, I think for current players, when you start, you never think it's going to end, and then all of a sudden you get near the end of your career and you're starting to think, what am I going to do? Through the NHL alumni, there's a number of programs. We have Life After Hockey. We have all sorts of counseling services, educational services. Through the Leaf alumni, we've got our database of players, where they're employed, what they do. It's open to all the current players if they want it. A lot of guys go out and go, well, I'm going to try the car business or whatever. Well, have you ever worked in the business? No. Well, would you like to try and work there for a month? Well, no, I'm just going to invest in it and we'll see how it happens. business isn't run that way today. It's very competitive. It's cutthroat. Your name will get you in the door, but after you get in the door, you got to prove yourself.
I think the Toronto Maple Leafs is a big family that connects with the fans, and I don't know any other hockey franchise that have the kind of support that the Toronto Maple Leafs have from the community and from the fans. And you can compare maybe with the Manchester United of soccer or the Yankees of baseball, but Toronto Maple Leafs is certainly very, very special.
Whether you want to watch the game, grab a drink after work, or just enjoy a really great meal, then come on down to Wendel Clark's Classic Grill and Sports Lounge. They are located at 70 Interchange Way in the AMC Plaza in Vaughan. For Leafs TV, I'm Michelle Leslie.